Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi and good day to Miss Darina and my classmates. I hope everyone who's watching is having a nice day and are in a good health. If you have ever signed up for a website and given a fake ZIP code or a fake birthday, you have violated the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Any child under 13 who visits the New York Times violates the terms of service and is a criminal. Not just in theory, but according to the working doctrine of Department of Justice, the examples I've laid out are extreme, sure, but the laws involved are so broadly written as to ensure that essentially every internet using American is a thought-feasting felon on a lifelong spree of a depraved web rising by Christian Rudder. My name is Anissa binti Maupuzi and my persuasive speech topic is called Internet Fraud Awareness. According to research regarding statistics on internet fraud that I have found, over 700,000 complaints of suspected internet crime have been reported, an increase of more than 300 complaints from 2019 reported losses exceeding $4.2 billion. The top 3 crimes reported by victims in 2020 were purchase scams, non-payment or non-delivery scams, and extortion. Victims lost the most money to business email compromise scams, romance and confidence schemes, and investment fraud. Notably, 2020 saw the emergence of scams exploiting the COVID-19 pandemic. The statistics also show over 28,500 complaints related to COVID-19, with fraudsters targeting both businesses and individuals. I wonder how people leisurely use the internet every day, even while knowing the number of victims is adding up from year to year. Today, I'm here to persuade all of you that internet fraud is essential knowledge for everyone to have in order to avoid becoming a victim when it actually can be prevented. My dear audience, allow me to share the problem that will arise if you did not protect yourself from internet fraud. Fraud has accelerated and grown even more sophisticated due to the rise of e-commerce, mobile payments, and computing power. Many of the same technologies that companies rely on to innovate and rapidly introduce new products and services are also being adopted by fraudsters. Criminals can more easily commit fraud using cheap, on-demand compute power or deploy algorithms using machine learning that is more subtle and capable of manipulating fraud detection systems. The traditional rule-based fraud prevention system that organizations have relied on for many years now struggle to keep up. Furthermore, as more customers are staying home as a result of COVID-19, even more sellers have moved online. Opportunistic hackers are taking advantage of the global crisis to commit fraudulent activity. Tactics include stealing stimulus checks and unemployment benefits, collecting payments for fake COVID-19 treatments, tricking people into donations, and more. These trends make it even easier for bad actors to make fraudulent transactions. Point of sale (POS) lending has also become more common, allowing customers to make payments in installments or take out loans for purchases, both large and small. While POS lending makes it easy for consumers to get approval and make a purchase in a matter of minutes, it also opens doors to fraudsters. Due to an increasing number of data breaches over recent years, fraudsters can more easily access PIR personal identifiable information and use it against their victims. For instance, fraudsters combine real and fake data such as address from one person mixed with another social security number to create new synthetic identities that are harder to detect. Then, they establish open bank accounts and cards acting like legitimate customers. Fraudsters also leverage PII for account takeover. By using passwords and credentials obtained via data breaches or social engineering, they can gain control over accounts and make fraudulent online purchases. These transactions can be as minor as buying groceries on a debit card or as severe as using someone else's account to take out a mortgage. These worrisome problems have their solutions. There are a few ways you can do to start protecting yourself and your loved ones. Firstly, keep financial data separate. Business users, in particular, use a dedicated workstation to perform all company bank activities. use other computers to access the internet, and conduct non-banking business. When it's time to retire the computer that was used to access a company banking, be sure to back up all sensitive information and erase the hard drive before recycling it. Secondly, knows who's asking. As a general rule of thumb, banks don't send emails or text messages that ask for personal information such as accounts or social security numbers. Banks will also not require you to verify account information in this manner. Never share any personal information, especially social security or tax ID numbers, account numbers, or login password information via email or text. Should you need to communicate sensitive information with your bank via email, be sure to use secure mail within the bank's secure online banking platform. Also, there are emails to businesses that appear to be from suppliers. Like fraudulent banking emails, these emails may look legitimate but will ask for sensitive financial information. If you see an email asking you to provide sensitive financial information, even one that may look like it's from your bank or supplier, call to verify before responding. You can also protect your computer by installing and enabling software programs such as anti-spam software, firewall, and anti-spyware software. Keep your computer operating system and internet browser current because these provide additional protection against the fraud and theft. With cyber attacks on the rise, it's more important than ever to install antivirus software on your computer or network. Are you curious to know what happens if you don't want to follow the suggestion and vice versa? If you choose not to, it could lead you to be financially crippling and drive you into problem debt. Even small losses can be devastating for people with mental health problems who are more likely to be living on a low income. Many victims feel embarrassed and ashamed, often blaming themselves, which can have a lasting impact on their confidence in using the internet. This can lead to people reducing the amount of time they spend online and not being able to take full advantage of the internet. However, if you take my suggestion, you won't be at risk of any kind of potential threats. Your money and privacy are protected at all times from scammers and fraudsters. Before I end my speech, the conclusion that can be said here is the earlier people gain awareness regarding internet fraud, the better, because it is such a loss if you fell into trouble when you know you can prevent it. So, from today onwards, grab all your devices and set up all the necessities needed. I have downloaded the application that protects my private information from getting leaked. You are free to follow my steps. Thank you very much.